Coming up when we see you in 30 minutes on 12 News at 6, a lightning strike sparked a tank fire at Amlin Golden Triangle in Port Arthur. How many tanks are burning and what they were holding inside. Plus, Southeast Texas soaked by storms. Our weather impact team breaks down what we can expect this evening. That and more when you join us at 6. Finally, here at 5, a bat dog made it to the major leagues. Meet Bruce. Over the weekend, he got to participate in a pre-game bat retrieval ceremony at Nationals Park in Washington, D.C. He's been working very hard with the minor league Rochester Red Wings. As Bruce's owner explains, he's been working his tail off to get to this moment.
Great. He's really goofy, obviously being a golden retriever. So he's going to do great here.
Bruce isn't just another pretty face during the Red Wings home games. This pup helps raise money for organizations. Thanks for joining us for 12 News at 5. Stick with us on 12 News Plus for an update from Patrick on our forecast. Thanks for staying with us on 12 News Plus. I'm Cladra Rhodes. Severe weather has swept through Southeast Texas today. We have live team coverage right now. Chief Meteorologist Patrick Vaughn is in the Weather Impact Alert Center right now looking at the latest. But first, let's check in with 12 News reporter Ebony Coleman, who's at the Hollywood Underpass, where we have watched 2 people stall out in high water. Ebony, I know you're right there right now. How is it looking?
Yeah. Cladra, the water has gone down in the last, 2 hours since the rain started, but it's still flooding, especially going through the underpass here. I have Mr. Nicholas Johnson. He said he was coming home from work in Port Arthur when he said the water was just too high for him to pass. Mr. Nicholas, tell me about what you saw when this first happened.
Yeah, so I mean, at first there wasn't too much water on the way home. I was just following ways that it tried to have me get off of the interstate, but I knew a lot of places were going to start flooding. But traffic got real bad. I, just kind of second guessed myself, and I was coming through this area and I noticed that the water was real deep, especially on the trucks that were in front of me. So I just pulled up on the embankment and decided to wait it out.
Your car is small, it's low, right? So you were very smart to say, hey, I'm probably not going to make it through this, right? Yeah.
And just before y'all got here, there was a Ford Transit Connect that had ended up stalling out right here about 10 feet in front of us, and they ended up climbing out of their car, getting on top of it, and hanging out for a little bit until someone came and picked them up.
Have you ever seen anything like this? I mean, flooding is not uncommon for Southeast Texas, but there wasn't much rain,
No, it really came down real fast. I haven't been in anything like this myself around here, but I know it happens. It happens a lot, so.
What would you say to drivers? We're in hurricane season. What would you say to drivers like you did? Don't try to go through it. What would be your message tonight for them?
If you have any doubt at all, get on the side of the road or turn around if it's safe to do so. But whatever you do, if you have any doubts, don't just go through it, especially if you don't know what you're doing, because you'll ruin a perfectly good car, possibly put yourself in a lot of danger. That car, while it was stalled here, just other vehicles passing by it was enough to move the car itself. So.
Well, we even saw at one point an 18-wheeler coming through here, and it kind of blocked the van. Yeah. They were able to get through a big truck like that, right? Did you see that?
Yeah. So bigger trucks like that, they have a lot more ground clearance, and they're not as likely to have water come up and stall out the engine or anything like that. So I'd still be careful.
Yeah. Anything else you want to add about what you saw and just, I mean, the nasty, it's like I said, it's clearing up here now, still got a few sprinkles, still got a little bit of flooding. I'm glad to see that the water is receding, but I wouldn't recommend coming this way still, at least maybe for another hour, right?
Yeah, I definitely let the water get out. If you're not out, don't get out. If you are out, hang out for a little bit, you know, find a good parking lot, sit out in, and don't get yourself hurt, put yourself in danger.
Okay, thank you so much, Nicholas. Okay, back to you guys.
Thank you, Ebony. Yeah, sometimes the water is actually higher than it looks, so the message tonight is turn around, don't drown. Thank you, Ebony. Let's turn now to Chief Meteorologist Patrick Vaughn. He has a look at the forecast and what we can expect for the rest of the evening.
Well, it looks like things will gradually wind down through the next couple of hours. Cladra, as you can see, slow go on I-10, no problems with flooding there, but the water has certainly gone down. We've gotten a break here in Beaumont. That's the good news, and it's pretty much been able to drain off pretty quickly in the last 30 minutes, no doubt about that. Otherwise, in your weather headlines, heavy rain, flooding this evening, slowly diminishing. Lower chances are expected as we work on into, say, the middle of the week, and then the rain chances come back Sunday into Monday. So again, there's a flash flooding until 6:45 in Beaumont and northern Jefferson County, and 5:30 over towards, well, that's coming to an end over towards Mid-County and Port Arthur. But you can see this activity is looking like it is weakening. And let's see, this one I believe is supposed to expire at 5:30. That may be coming down very shortly, but you can see a little heavier rain over towards Meeker, down Highway 90 over towards China. And we're looking at seeing this red. Yeah, this is definitely weakening over towards southwestern sections of Hardin County, over towards Sour Lake, Batson, and back over towards Nome. So some good news there. We do think this will be winding down by 6, 7 o'clock tonight. And as you can see, moderate rainfall. They don't need any more in through Mid-County, back over to Port Arthur. But again, that one is, oh, they did extend it till 6:45. Okay, so both these areas are 6:45 tonight. And as you can see, moderate rainfall. I don't think it's going to add to the totals too much over towards Mid-County. But again, a little heavier rain over towards West Jefferson County and the western sections of this flash flood warning over towards China, Sour Lake. But again, it looks like this is weakening. That is the good news. But we have seen some reports of some good 4+ inch rainfall totals, and that came down in a very short amount of time. As you can see, southwestern sections of Hardin County, the lightning, the number of strikes is decreasing. So yeah, this is on a weakening trend without a doubt. And again, the rainfall rates, how fast this rain falls, is anywhere between 2 to occasionally 3 inches per hour. So if this thunderstorm were not to move, it would drop 2 to 3 inches of rainfall because of the heavy, because of it's intense, and it's dropping torrential rainfall at times between Sour Lake and also China. And also towards Port Neches, starting to see a good 2 to 3 inch rainfall rates there as that activity tries to come on in. So there you go, anywhere between 4. We have had some reports of 4 to 5 inches. Some folks have reported in Beaumont that they have received 7 inches. I certainly would believe 4 inches, and it's certainly possible that as much as 7 inches has fallen in a very short amount of time. And over towards Port Neches, this is what the radar is estimating at a good 4 inches there, and I certainly could believe that. Some areas up towards Spurger, not a drop today. How about that? And again, this is all due to a trough of low pressure in the upper levels of the atmosphere. Daytime heating, this trough is right about there. And so what is happening is that high pressure is off to the east, high pressure is off towards the west. As you can see, clear skies. This trough over our area is producing instability and a little bit of daytime heating. It doesn't take much because of the low convective temperatures and lack of capping over the area to produce those shower and thunderstorm activity. So we'll put this into motion. This is at 7 p.m. Notice we're winding it down, and temperatures are going to be cooler, obviously, because of the rain cooling effect. There's 9 p.m. We're pretty much done there. and by midnight, and then down by 5 p.m. we're looking at partly to mostly cloudy skies, temperatures in the 70s. Tomorrow, likely to get into the upper 80s and then mid to upper 80s, and that will be the temperature at which convection starts firing off. We do expect the best chance of shower and thunderstorm activity, mainly Hardin, southern Jasper, and southern Newton counties. That's where we're going to go with the highest rain chances. Lower chances in the Triangle and up in the Lakes area. It's really the heartland of our area that will see the best chance of rain and thunderstorm activity coming up tomorrow afternoon and evening. Again, this trough of low pressure is over our area. Notice high pressure is off towards our west, and high pressure, weaker high pressure off towards our east. So we'll put this into motion, and the trough of low pressure will gradually fade. So the rain chances will be going down as we work on in to Wednesday. Now, as we work on in to say Sunday into Monday, that high will be well off towards the mid-Atlantic coastline. So the flow around it will certainly bring moisture in the mid-levels of the atmosphere. So we do expect a return of scattered showers and thunderstorms by Sunday and Monday, probably a 40, maybe 50% coverage by then because of the lack of capping over the atmosphere over our area. On the Gulf tomorrow, looking at slightly choppy seas around 2 feet in your coastal marine forecast. South winds are expected at 10 to 15 knots. So again, the best chance of rain and thunderstorms through about 7, 8 o'clock this evening here in the Triangle and inland southeast Texas, particularly over towards Hardin County and West Jefferson County. Otherwise, things should wind down after 7, 8 o'clock tonight, if not sooner. Tomorrow, the Triangle and the Lakes will go with a 30% coverage. It's inland southeast Texas. That's Hardin, southern Jasper, southern Newton counties. You'll see the best chances of shower and thunderstorm activity. As we saw today, could be heavy at times. 50 to 60% coverage there. Taking a look at your weather impact 7-day forecast for Tuesday, we'll go with a lower chance at about a 30% coverage. For Wednesday, a 20% coverage, maybe a 20 to 30% coverage coming up on Thursday. And then on, say, the weekend, it looks like we'll start it at about a 20% coverage. Notice the highs in the lower 90s, and scattered showers and thunderstorms are expected to return to the forecast as that high works over towards the mid-Atlantic coastline with about a 30 to 40% coverage of scattered showers and thunderstorms returning to our forecast.